Oh no.
That was fast.
Might have clicked the wrong button.
He's like, no, not going live ever again.
Welcome back to session 10. 10 whole sessions of this already.
Yeah.
Where we last left off, the group had a one big fight with a bunch of kobolds. And they're still in the cave.
And we almost died, but we didn't.
But we
Except,
didn't.
except for maybe the bard, because he's missing.
Yeah. So as you guys finish up the fight, you hear like a voice call out, but it gets cut off, and you turn, and he's gone. Solomon's gone.
Oh no.
Don't know what happened to him. Maybe he got disconnected. Servers seem to be kind of all over the place recently, so you know. And yeah, it was just for the moment, you three in the Cobalt Cave, having just finished that fight. There is still one room that you guys have not explored yet, or one corridor, I should say, that leads somewhere that you haven't explored yet. What do you guys do?
We're going to go explore that corridor. We're going to follow those damn sorcerers.
That's right, they fled. Forgot about that.
Yes.
Right. All right. So you guys just run in, just
No, we're going
stealthily.
to go
No,
to
no,
the
hang on.
we're going to go to the main corridor. We're going to slowly go up the corridor. At least I am. Leo and I.
Nook, by the way, makes some hand gestures, which seem to insinuate that he's indicating that he's low on energy of some sort.
We all are, sir. We all are.
Yeah, I'm all pretty much all tapped out.
Well, we've got a couple more enemies to take care of, and then we can rest.
All right. So I guess you guys go cautiously.
Yes.
If you want to give me a stealth check, feel free.
That's not very high.
Is our die rolling thing going or no? Are we just doing
Nope.
curses? That's all right. I rolled a 19, so apparently, yeah,
I got it.
dice are
Well,
better.
let me write it in the chat.
I have
Nice. A 10.
Yeah.
Hold on, sorry.
Gawas are small, so
Makes sense.
nobody's really looking down low, right?
I mean, you are fighting kobolds who are about the same size as you.
Yeah, but they're used to looking up. You see, that's the trick.
Uh, you got me there. Can't really argue that point.
I mean, I think they would just look straight ahead and go for people's knees usually.
I mean, it's definitely a strategy, but
You think kobold children draw pictures of knees as the monsters that they're scared of?
What's that? That Munchkin card, the spiky knees.
spiky
Yes.
knees. Okay. So you guys go through the corridor, and you guys approach this room, and what you can immediately see is this room is it's kind of small, but it is filled partially with a combination of what look like eggs, as well as a chest that you can see that happens to be open and filled with some shiny things.
His doorknobs.
Maybe. As you approach, you see that there are three very specific tied up kobolds who have not been able to figure out how to get untied. Currently sleeping in one of the corners. You do not see any signs of the sorcerers who ran this way, but you do see that there is kind of a skylight in this cave. Basically, a cave that, goes up and you can see light.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance they might have fled through that.
Gotcha. All right. So either way, we don't have to worry about them.
Correct.
At least for now. But these guys, what should we do with them?
They are currently sleeping pretty soundly.
Untie them.
How about untie one?
I mean, you want to go wake them up?
No, we're just gonna untie them. We'll take the treasure chest and leave.
Okay, I guess.
Actually, no. We will wake one up. Panuk, can you translate or?
Yeah, Pinocchio can he'll do his Jawa to whatever using his little wrist computer. You can say whatever you want, he'll translate for you. But I won't mess with the translation too much.
Right, and we'll just say, take care of these eggs.
Okay. When you wake them up, at first there is that moment of shock where they're like, "Oh shit, there are people in the egg room. That's not good." And then when you're like, "Hey, take care of these eggs," they're like, "That's the plan." And that's it.
Eggs they are?
They're kobold eggs.
Okay.
I mean, theoretically, you could take them.
No.
They probably won't like that, but alright. But so you take the chest, and these three kind of recognize you, and although they might not like you per se, they definitely know they're not gonna fight you, so they don't care. And that's about it. So I guess you guys investigate the chest, see what's in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the chest, there was in total, about 2,000 credits worth of treasure. Of assorted things that just kind of convert into raw credits when you grab them.
Vendor trash kind of stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nothing else of.
Nothing specific other than nothing noteworthy other than just raw credits, and the eggs that you guys already decided to not do anything with, which is fine. So yeah, for the most part that's it. What do you guys want to do now? You got a cave practically to yourself.
Base camp?
I mean, possibly.
That's gonna be 500 credits each, fellas.
Alright. We could raise the kobolds to have our own army.
You could.
I kind of look like a dragon. They might like me.
Plus, you guys know, just promising you give them shinies usually gets some sort of loyalty from them.
Yeah.
So,
Just have to throw a doorknob at them every week or something.
yeah, if you guys want to take a rest in here, you probably could at this point. You kind of feel like the other three kobolds still in here really aren't a threat to you.
rest here?
Sure.
We'll
Snook
take
gives a thumbs
we'll
up.
take shifts. We'll take shifts just in case those sorcerers come back.
That's a good idea. Yeah, because I'm completely tapped out. I have no force points left, and I'm low on health, so...
Yeah. So, you guys rest. I'll keep watch for a bit.
Alright, I'll take second shift.
Okay. What are you guys' passive perceptions?
Mine's a 13.
Mine's a 16. Let Leo ride. Let
Give
Leo.
me die roll plus will.
Actually, let Leo will rest, and I will bring out Cubon.
Okay.
I always forget, is passive perception 8 or 10 base?
It's
10 base.
yeah, it's 10 plus your
Okay.
10 plus
bonus.
proficiency. If you're proficient with perception, then you're perception.
Yeah, it's pretty much just 10 plus your bonus to perception.
Alright, my passive is 15 then.
Okay.
I always get mixed up because spell saves are 8 plus all that junk, so...
Yeah. Okay. So, before you guys take the rest, you three end up getting 900 experience from the last fight, as well as about 270 credits just from the pure kills in the last fight.
That's 270 total.
Yeah, credits. 270 credits total from killing everyone in the last fight.
Is the experience total, or is that each?
The experience is already split up amongst you guys, so you each get 900.
Oh wow. So okay, so let me get this straight. So I'll be at, and I think some of the rest of us are at, like 5,251.
Yep, that's what I got.
You guys getting close to level 5, hopefully.
How much credits did you say extra?
It's going to be 67 credits.
And with your passive perceptions,
That's in addition to the 500, right?
you guys are able to complete your rest without being interrupted, as the sorcerers have not even attempted to come back, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
Get out of here.
So you guys leave?
Yeah, I don't see a reason to stay unless we are gonna make the kobolds our minions.
Nope.
Alright. So you decide to leave the Cobalt Cave. And the second you do, you guys can immediately tell something's off. Because in the direction of the nearby hamlet that you guys know so well, there are just a couple of really obvious smokestacks coming from it.
Oh no.
What do you guys do?
Should we check it out?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Alright.
Okay, so a short jaunt through the forest at probably a bit quicker pace because you may or may not be worried. Once you come to where the field that you originally encountered the corrupted griffin in, that's where you can see from there you can see that there are currently three of the outer farmhouses on fire, and the tavern currently very heavily surrounded with humanoid shapes.
Oh, damn. Necromancers, aren't they? They're the zombies. Damn it, I know we should have taken care of those necromancers.
As you guys get closer, you also see towards the center of the town two figures seemingly standing in the middle, kind of just waiting.
You know anything about these guys, Jax?
Are they the same guys from
Uh,
last time?
make a perception check. Upon closer inspection, you can in fact see the currently conned red names of Phenomeno and Gregley78, the two necromancers you met last time.
And Greg?
Yeah, Gregley78. I'll put it in chat so you can see how it's spelled, because it's a weird username. It's going to be in general. That's his username. Someone isn't very creative.
So what? These are other players.
Yeah.
These are other players. They are necromancers. They belong to a necromancing group, guild, that are trying to create undead for their undead arena. So they've been going around to small towns and villages and killing off the NPCs to turn them into zombies and undead.
That's not nice.
And you do know that because their names are conned red, the you talking to those one NPCs way back when, that technically is still an active quest to hunt these guys down.
Yes. So we're fully healed, we're fully staffed, we're fully
Yeah,
up to speed.
correct.
We're down one person though.
We
You
are
are.
down one person. Let me put out a quick
LFG
LFG, yeah.
or LF one more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking for member. Yeah. Let's see if anybody responds.
Yeah, sure. And sure enough, you get a response.
Cool.
Rebecca, if you'd like to introduce your character as you respond to this looking for group message.
Sure. Her name is Mashami Zip. She is a Toruda who has blue skin, black eyes, very sharp teeth. She has 4 head tails and is about 5'10" in height. She is wearing fiber armor for the moment.
Nice.
Alright, welcome to the group.
And as per game logic, after sending out the looking for one more, you get a request to be teleported to group leader, which happens to be Jax, and I assume you take it. That way, the group is together.
Yes. Welcome.
Yay, game logic.
Hi, thanks for inviting me.
Hey, no problem. We are down 1 member, so glad you were looking for group.
There's a Jawa in a purple world who just waves frantically and points to the smoke.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
Now we're about to confront some necromancers. Do you have any problems with that?
I have no problems with that whatsoever.
Excellent. Excellent.
Alright, let's murk these fools.
Actually, I'm going to swap out Cubone with Squirtle.
Ooh. Squirtle.
Squirtle.
Aw, he's adorable.
Thank you. Well, actually, he's kind of...
I'll give
Yeah.
like the kind of plus or minus handshake. Like hand signal.
He's got innate charisma, so he's not that cute.
Well, he
But
can
he's
still
still
be
a Squirtle.
cute. He can still be cute, he just has a shitty personality.
The Jawa gives a thumbs up when that's said.
That's funny. Your Squirtle just has a shitty personality. Yeah, Squirtle's an asshole.
He's got an He's energetic.
So he's
not,
an energetic asshole.
he's not the cutest of them, but hey, we all can't be cute.
Rip Squirtle. What did he do to deserve this?
He's like that Squirtle version of the ugly cat. You ever seen that video?
Yeah.
Cat outside!
Alright, so what do you guys do? You're still kind of on the outskirts. This group has not noticed you yet.
Should we try to sneak in? Warning, I am not very stealthy.
Then no, I don't think we should sneak in. Last time we just kicked the door in and I need you to have your lightsaber out.
Well, also
Look
last
mad.
time you guys met them, you weren't actually Conrad with them. I don't believe, yeah. Because at that point, your only quest was to figure out what happened to the towns.
Right. I think they were green dots, right?
Yeah, they were. Because you found their zombies first, but their zombies didn't attack you because there was no PvP. But now that you have a quest to take them out, they are PvP enabled.
And we got PvP in the zone.
Yeah, because of how the quote-unquote quest-based system works. Basically, you have a quest to deal with these guys, thus making them enemies. Whereas in the PvP zone, you can just attack another player because you can attack another player. In the other zones, you can only attack other players if you specifically have a quest to go do so. Which basically means any players who are being assholes killing NPCs like this will get a reputation, and eventually an NPC will be like, "Hey, someone needs to go take care of that problem," and then another player could accept that quest and take care of that problem. It's almost like an infamy system.
Right. All right.
I say we try to.
Just rush them, maybe.
I say we try to surprise him.
Okay.
Maybe hit him from a distance.
Could do that to some degree.
I'm good both ways.
How far away are they?
How I see it, they're probably about 200 feet at this point.
And how many undead are there?
It's hard to tell exactly, but right now, all of what you believe to be the undead are all swarming the inn. It looks like they're trying to get into it and have not yet been able to get into it. But due to their numbers and them shifting around, it's hard to get a head count.
And where are these two morons? I mean, these other two people.
They're about 50 feet away from the tavern itself, just kind of standing back waiting.
Is there a way that we can maybe circle around without them noticing us, or trying to, maybe go through the woods to try to get on the other side of them, away from? So they're watching the tavern, and we want to kind of sneak.
I mean, the woods is behind you. You guys are now at pretty much the wheat field slash farm field where you originally encountered the one griffin. The hamlet itself is cleared, and there is also a road on the other side. So the only way to really get closer without being noticed is to probably try to use some of the other buildings for cover. You also know, having been here before, that the 8 total buildings of this place are all relatively spread out. So it'll be hard to get close without them noticing you, because there isn't really a lot of cover in the middle of this town. On the outskirts of it, there's plenty, and you can get there fairly easily. But to actually get up towards them is going to be a lot harder to do stealthily.
How you guys want to play this?
Draws a little diagram on his nearest computer that's fairly confusing, but then he types in like a 90 FT, and then he just draws, like, takes his 2 fingers, puts them together, and it draws them far apart.
What does that mean?
I stopped asking that question a long time ago.
There's some frustrated Java sounds that come from Snook. He just does the same action again, but he does it like more angrily, as if that's going to make it easier to understand.
Sure. Anyway, I don't like the idea of attacking that horde of zombies first, because if we do that, we'll just be sitting ducks. They're spellcasters. They definitely got some limit range. We need to get up close and personal with these guys and get right in their face right away.
I agree.
Canuck sighs, shrugs his shoulders, and then nods.
Is that pretty much what you were getting at, Pinook?
He shakes his head in the negative, but that's okay.
Okay.
He draws his blaster and looks, puts the most determined Jawa face on that he can.
Alright. Yeah, I guess I say we just try to charge in, close the distance. You know, there's only two of them. If we can get them before the zombies get to us, then we should be alright.
Well, they did have a third the last time. And I believe she was some kind of necromantic druid type stuff, if I remember correctly.
No sign of her right now?
I don't see her.
She might be in hiding.
She might be in hiding. She might be in a different form. No druids. Just letting you guys know that there was a third one.
Alright, well,
We'll
be
just
wary. Keep
attack
an
the
eye
two, and she'll come out.
Yeah. Just be ready for a potential surprise attack. Alright, charge.
Charge!
Charge! Alright.
You guys actually just go running in.
Yeah.
So running in, but avoiding the tavern as far as we can.
So you kind of go around. I
Kinda
mean,
go
basically, you can get behind them by circling to the pathway and then going up the pathway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we'll do.
Okay. So you go charging up the pathway, and you guys are literally charging in, so it's not like you're being very stealthy about it.
Squirtle, 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 squirtle.
Make a perception check. Anyone who wants to.
I get a nat 20.
16.
Okay, so for the most part, as you guys are actually speedily approaching the two, before you get there quite to start doing things, that's when you see from the other side of the town on the pathway, you actually see a horse come in and gallop pretty much to the group of two, and that's when the horse transforms into the third that was missing, and they start conversing amongst themselves.
And what was her name?
Her name, now that you can see it, is spelled in general chat. Zambi, which is either a combination of Bambi and zombie, or just some weird way to say zombie. You're not sure.
So, hopefully that was one of her two sheep pages. So we might have a chance here.
Alright.
does that stop your charge at any point? You're gonna reconsider, or just screw it? Now there's three of them. Let's go.
It doesn't stop us.
Yeah, I think we got this.
Okay. You guys start to approach again, and well, now that they've been basically turned around to talk to their third, they notice you. And one of them shouts out, can you guys not today? We're busy. We really don't want to fight.
Can we not what?
Whatever this is.
No, we can't not.
Why not?
We're here to have fun. We got a quest to complete.
I can see that.
What are you offering what are you offering us for not doing this? We're still advancing, by the way.
I say once you guys get to about 60 feet, they're like, okay, you can stop there. What do you guys want? I think last time we talked to you, we just let you kind of have a chest we were trying to get into.
Yeah.
Is there something in this town you need? Because we just need the people.
Well, I mean, the quest givers, for one, that are now zombies, so there's that.
Yeah, you see, I'm with a different group now, and they have different morals.
Did did they? Okay, did you guys have a quest here that you needed to turn in?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, I mean, they're not all dead yet, so we can part the zombies, and you could try to get into the tavern if you want. Ask whoever's alive still. We'll give you like 5 minutes. If that's what you want.
Is that what we want, guys?
Nook like wildly shakes his head no.
No, we're here to complete the quest, right?
That's what I thought.
This is what you're looking for a group for?
Yes. To complete the quest.
Okay, you guys keep saying the quest. Which quest?
This one, I throw my lightsaber at him.
I fire my blaster pistol at him.
Okay, I guess we'll just go into
Yeah,
initiative.
Yeah.
I guess I throw my lightsaber at him very slowly.
Not
Give him a wind
really.
up.
We might get the surprise round still.
I mean, they were kind of watching you do it, so
But they're not expecting us to just attack.
you don't know how paranoid they are.
Oops, wrong channel.
God, guys, you're killing me again.
I do have a good bonus to my initiative. I just keep rolling 5s.
You have a +4 to my initiative. Doesn't help the dice.
It's like a running joke. Like, I'm actually really fast, but I'm a turtle, so I can't have a high initiative.
Amongst turtles, you really stand out.
Yeah. That 8 is, for initiative, a godlike like among my people.
Okay,
Call
but
me
look,
Flash. It's up to you, Pinocchio, with that 12. You can do it. I believe in you.
It's the little ones, hey, Taco.
Stab him with your knife.
Fiber dagger.
Well, we're what, 60 feet away right now?
Yeah. So you better be using that blaster. You better stop
I got
rolling ones
something.
too.
Is it my turn?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm
let me
just
know.
getting the initiative order ready. Alright, first up is actually Jax.
Which one was the one that was talking?
It was, yeah, it was Phenomenal.
So Squirtle will move up 20 feet and use a water gun on him.
Ooh. Okay.
14.
Okay, 17 to hit.
17 hit.
Roll damage.
6 points of water damage.
Okay.
Then he moves back 10 feet.
So Squirtle moves up. You see the water go out, and you see hand movement from Phenomena, and the water hits magic barrier as she casts shield.
Phenomenal is a girl.
Phenomenal, yeah. Gregory is apparently the only guy in this group that you know of. And then it's Phenomenal's turn, and she goes, alright, I'm just gonna ignore that. We can still discuss this. We're really not looking to fight another group of people today, okay? Why are you guys like this? We just need bodies. Just why? And that's gonna be her turn. And then Panuk is your turn.
Well, Pinocchio doesn't really feels like being a leader in any situation. So what I'm going to do is defer my action to after. Who's the next of us who goes?
So fighting you can't. You could ready in action.
All right. So Pinocchio will ready a spell, or what we're calling a spell. It's his tech powers.
Right. What are you readying? And what's the trigger?
A trigger is if they attack. That can be a trigger, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if they attack, I'm going to fire a spell. Basically, here I'm gonna PM my spell to the Game Master. Hold on.
Ooh.
I have a name. Just forgot it. I want to be a nice surprise. Okay, so there you go. Send it to you when I'm ready.
Okay. And you're doing that if they attack?
Yes.
Alright. Sounds good. Up next is actually Zambi's turn, who is going to do a spell. I just gotta make sure I have the right spell description. Don't want to get my spells mixed up. Okay, it's good to know. So she is going to cast a spell at 2 people. Unless there is something better she can do, which... Nope. Okay. So... Yeah. Raph and Mashami need to make a... Was it a wisdom? Fuck. Nope, a constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oof. That's an 11.
Okay, so she upcasted and casted a level 3 blindness on you two.
Oh no.
So you two are both currently blind. And then all 4 of you can hear her yell, "Cheese it!" And she goes running off in a direction. 30 feet. Actually,
Not cool.
actually,
Does that now mean I can attack, or was that?
There's an attack spell.
I guess, yeah. It's more of a debuff, but
Oh, I don't know. I'm asking questions. Inquiring minds want to know. Or I just don't notice it, is what you're saying. Like, I don't notice it's an attack, so...
well, all you said was you're ready if they attack. It's more of a debuff, but I'll give it to you.
It doesn't matter to me. I just am asking. Here's the thing. If it's an attack, then I'm going to cast. And this was the... Who cast this? Well, who says cheese it and then runs for it?
The the druid.
Yeah, the druid. That's okay, because that's who Pinook is really freaked out by. Something about shape-changing just, like, really irks him. So he just sort of panic probably cast anyway. And it'll be the cryogenic volley, which has a range of 90 feet. So if she was 60 feet away, I ran 30.
Yeah, no, she's still in range. She actually, since you aren't blinded, those who aren't see, she actually ran 30 feet towards the horde of zombies.
Oh.
Because it's their zombies, so why not take cover in them?
Of course, it doesn't tell me exactly what spell cryogenic attack converts to in normal D&D terms. But it's a second level spell. Or second level tech.
There might not be a conversion, it might be a new spell. Let's see if we can find it.
What are we looking for?
Cryogenic volley.
Maybe Sinalock Snowball Swarm?
Level 2. Might be Snowball Swarm. An explosion of cold energy erupts from a point you choose within range. Each creature within a 5-foot radius sphere centered on the point must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d6 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the end of the next turn. On success, the creature takes half as much and isn't slowed. Okay. So since she ran back, there aren't any enemies within a 5-foot radius sphere around her.
Well, could he have gotten it before she left? Before she cheesed it? thinking his is a reaction.
I guess.
So sure. They all have to make a dex checks? Sure. What's the DC?
It still should be 13. Not great,
Okay.
but not nothing.
Go ahead, roll damage. Yeah.
Wow, 15, dude.
All right.
It's a lot of snowballs. All somehow shot from his like wrist computer as he aims it. It's like a Mass Effect thing. Somehow, like ice comes and the snow comes flying out of his wrist computer.
All right. So it looks like it hit all three of them, but it looks like only one of them really took the brunt of that attack. And that one was Gregley.
Wasn't Zambi.
Nope. Next up is she went to Raph.
Oh, alright, I continue throwing my saber
Okay.
very slowly. Yes, I gotta make a spell attack. I'm gonna. So Zambi's far away now, so I'm gonna attack.
The Zambi, Phenomena, and Gregley.
I'm gonna go for Gregley. 21 total.
21 will hit.
Right. That's. Yeah, 4 points of energy damage. Whatever type of damage Saber does.
Energy.
Energy. Okay.
Oof.
And then I'll move up. There's 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll move up my 30 feet. And then I'll end my turn.
Okay. Vashami.
My eyes, I can't see.
Oh wait, yes.
Oh
I
yeah, you
forgot.
were blind.
I'm sorry, I totally forgot about that.
Okay, just
So it was a 16 on the die. I'll roll for the disadvantage one.
right.
It was a 14. So still 19 to hit.
Okay. Still hit.
Okay. I'll shamble my way up to them.
Fair enough.
So before I was blinded, how far away was I?
60 feet.
I will take out my blaster rifle and shoot in their general direction.
All right. Roll an attack at disadvantage.
Shell saved me.
You stepped up out front.
Yeah, I did.
What range does your blaster rifle have?
100, 400.
All right.
But that won't matter because it's a 7.
Okay. I would say you missed, but you don't even know that.
Did I hit him?
I don't know.
You did not.
And now it's Gregley's turn, and he shouts out, "Okay, I guess we're doing this. Do we even have time?" As he looks back at the others, waiting for a response. And then he casts Ray of Sickness at the one who threw a lightsaber at him. So, Ray of Sickness, I need you to make another con save. Raph.
Let's see. 15.
15.
Yeah, 14 on the die.
Okay, double checking sickness. Oh. Oh. Wait. Okay. Ray of Sickness is a weird one where it's both a save and an attack roll. Did not know that. He rolled a 20 to hit, which I believe does hit you.
Yep.
Okay. You pass the con save, so you are not poisoned. However, you do still take damage.
Yeah. Lay it on me.
5 points of poison damage.
As he finger rays you with a sickly green ray that
Please don't say Ray ever again.
finger ray. Which is only sickly for a moment, and then it's just green. Which
You guys
leaves.
know that.
Blech.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I just feel really weird for a second.
And then it's Jax.
All right.
I feel like I just got finger rayed.
Is that what you feel? You feel like that?
It's a dirty touch from Ray.
So Gregley didn't move, or Phenomenal didn't move?
On her turn, no.
I will pull out my blaster pistol. I will move up 20 feet.
Okay.
And I will attack. I hit her.
What'd you roll?
For 9 energy damage.
Okay, so you fire off the shot, and the same shield from last time still up because it hasn't been her turn yet, and the shot bounces off.
I thought shield only lasts for the single attack that it's used
No.
on.
No.
Last till the beginning of your next round.
Yeah.
Oh, it does? Okay.
So we're. Yeah, we're fine. Squirtle and I'll back up another 10 feet to be equal with Squirtle.
Okay, so you're back to 60 feet?
I'm back at 50 feet.
50 feet. Gotcha.
Squirtle and I are at 50.
Okay, it's then Phenomena's turn, who says, no, Greg, we really don't have time for this. Let's just retreat. And you see she waves her hand, and the mass of zombies starts moving towards the field 20 feet. She takes 30 feet closer towards that horde and casts another spell. And she's actually going to cast Magic Missile at Jax. So I gotta roll a d4.
Can't shield.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't know. Can I force disarmed magic missile?
Not quite. But you do take 9 total force damage from 3 consecutive missile hits. Pew, pew, pew. And then it's Panook's turn.
Well, Pinnock is very further disturbed by all the counter casting of spells. So he immediately raises his hands and pops into 4 totally different Pinnocks, which is, he casts his infamous mirror image.
It's his defense mechanism. He just multiplies.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like the lizard with the freaking, fans that pop off on either side. Said this is Pinnock's version of that.
More like a gremlin getting hit with a water ball.
Yeah. So they now have 4 purple Jawas running around. In total.
Okay, anything else or just defensive?
That's the whole. That's it. I think I cast that. That's my whole round. I mean, I'll move away from, I'll move away from the party so we all don't get area effect. Maybe like 5 feet plus. I'll mingle with myself. So it's hard to tell which one of me is me.
I mean, that is fair. You are up against a couple high level magic casters. You don't know what kind of spells they have. Spreading out.
They seem dangerous to me.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And then it's Zambi's turn, and she is 90 feet away. What does she have that can be of use? Not much. Not much. What's the range on Chill Touch? Chill Touch is 120 feet. Okay. So she is going to target. Actually, I gotta roll d6 first. Alright, she's gonna target Panook. Since she just saw him split into 4 and is confused.
That's right. I caused trouble on their side. Let's see if it pans out.
She attempts to cast a spell at you, but as she's running back into the horde of zombies, she bumps one and loses her spell and then trips.
Oh wow. Okay, Punuk will then hysterically laugh. I mean, come on. I can't not. I mean, after being filled with fear and then watching that.
What's he laughing at? I can't see anything.
That's fair. Raph, you're up.
Alright. Does this wear off? Like, do I get another save at the end of my round or something?
Let me double check. I think maybe. Yeah, at the end of each of your turns, you can make a con save to end it.
Okay. Alright, well, for now, Phenomeno is still close, right? The other 2 kind of ran away a little bit.
Gregley is still close.
Oh, Gregley's still close.
Zambi is now about 100 feet away prone. Phenomeno is about 90 feet away, and Gregley is still where he was standing. So he was 60 feet, but actually you ran out, so he'd be 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Did you know that, oh, never mind, go.
Alright, so I'm going to reach out with the force and attempt to force pull Gregley 5 feet towards us. He's medium sized, right?
Yeah, he's
Human.
medium sized, but he's short as a medium sized creature. because he's a dwarf.
Oh, okay. Alright, so he's got to make a strength check, or strength save, to resist it. And the save to beat is...
He rolled a 17.
Yeah, he definitely saved. 13. Okay, nothing happens. I guess I'll roll my con save. Or I'll continue to try to move up 30 feet, not knowing whether I succeeded or not, just trying to get within range of this guy. And then I'll roll my con save to see if I'm not blinded anymore. And then I'll end my turn. 16 on the die, so that's a 17.
Yep, you're no longer blinded.
Sweet. I look down, I look over at him, I say, "Ha, I see you now."
And he's like, oh shit. And then
Not
it's
get away from this turtle.
Bashami.
Tell me if I hit! And I'm just gonna keep shooting.
Oh god.
I'm glad I'm here.
I'm glad I have Saber Reflect.
It probably still doesn't hit. 13?
Nope. Yeah, no. Sorry.
And then I'm gonna cautiously take a step forward by like 5 feet. And I'll end my turn.
Because
And
Same.
I'm still blind.
Okay. And then Gregory goes, and now he's based with Raph. And that isn't fun for a cleric.
No, he's a cleric. Okay.
Cleric of Death.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be fun. Nope. He doesn't know how to run. Because he, like you guys, is a fighter at heart, but a cleric physically. So he's just gonna try to hit you, Raph, with his mace.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. That is going to hit with a 25.
Okay. I'll take it.
Was not expecting that. Yep, that tracks. For 4 points of mace damage. As he bonks you on the head.
Ha! You hit like a dwarf.
And then he goes, ha! Got him! And then it's top of the round.
That makes an angry sound. Clearly taking the comment
Sure.
personally.
Just for comedic effect, as he hits me in the head, my head retracts into my shell a little bit, and then I pop back out.
No one said Gregory was the brains of the group. Jax, you're up.
So Raph moved up 30. I'm at 50. Gregory moved up to meet.
No, he just stood his ground, so Raph is now fully up to him.
Okay.
Or to
So
disarm his face.
Gordle and I will move up. 20 feet. That should put us. That should put us within 30 feet of him, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Squirtle's gonna use water gun
On Gregley.
on Greg.
Okay.
He does 6 water damage.
Okay.
17
That hits.
for 6 water damage.
Yep. That hits.
And that's all we can do.
Alright, back to Phenomeно's turn, who, after running, turns and sees that Gregley isn't running, and she goes. You hear her audibly go, "Damn it! Why aren't you running?" As she then goes and casts another magic missile, this time at Raph.
Okay. Question: can I deflect one of those since it's technically an energy attack?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
I think technically, mechanically, probably not, but fuck it, that sounds cool. Go for it.
All right. So I roll a d6 and reduce the damage by that much, and if I reduce it in whole, I reflect it back at the caster. That's a 5.
Okay. So I guess you would still take 4 damage because you can only reflect one of the 3 missiles.
Yeah.
But you do in fact reflect one of the missiles.
Sweet.
So you take 4 from the other 2 hitting you. And the other one gets reflected back, and there's a moment where she sees it coming and is just like, "What the fuck?" Pop. And she gets hit for that missile's damage.
I didn't want it. You can have it back. I say as it smacks her in the face.
She's just like, "I didn't even know you could reflect those back." What the fuck?
Jedi, motherfucker.
And then you see her wave her hand again, and the zombie horde actually about faces and starts coming towards you guys.
God damn it.
They're slow though, so they were another 20 feet behind them, or they were 50 feet behind them originally, and they moved 20 feet away, and now they're 20 feet back, so they're still about 50 feet behind where Greg is. So they are coming slowly. And Panook, your go again.
So how far is Phenomenal and how far is Zambi? I know we're
From where you are, Zambi is now about 100 feet, but is prone.
Zambi is.
Zambi. Phenomenal is about 90 feet because you didn't move up. And Gregley is still 60 feet from you.
So how far can we move while still taking an action?
30 feet?
30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. So Chinook will give a Jawa battle cry and move forward 30 feet, and then he'll blast Phenomenal just because
Okay.
he's emboldened. So it's 16 total.
16.
Yes, 11 plus 3 plus 2.
That actually will not hit.
Oh, well, fine.
Who did he try to hit?
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. As I also close 30 feet.
And his 16 doesn't hit?
16 does not hit. Which is a little crazy, I know.
Let the sound of Utini echo throughout the land. That's all I.
Alright, then as Zambi's go, she will use 15 feet of her movement to get up. And then the other 15 feet, now seeing that the horde has changed direction, to basically just keep pace with the horde and try to hide within the horde. And that's going to be her action, is to attempt to hide in the horde.
When we rested, we got all our points back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
we took a long rest.
Okay. So to everyone who is not blinded, you see her very clearly ducked behind one of the skinnier zombies. Kind of not realizing that that zombie isn't in front of her. She also might not be the brains of the group. Just putting that out there. Raph, you're back up.
Alright, I'm just gonna try and cleave this guy's face off. Make 2 attacks with my double saber.
Okay.
That's a 20 total on the first attack.
Yeah, that hits.
And an 18 on the second.
Both of them hit.
Alright. 6 damage and 4 damage. And then I'll use my force empowered self to deflect to add a d4 to my armor class, and I rolled a 1. So it's 19.
Gotcha.
Start of my next turn.
Lashami.
I'm still shooting. Let me know if I still hit, or if I don't, where I hit you. Let me know. Whatever happens first.
Okay. So glad I'm behind you.
Yes, the blind one just shooting.
That's a 14.
Okay, at this point I'll say just roll damage.
That would be a 6.
Okay. And go ahead and roll to see if you unblind.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Come on, Rebecca, you're killing me
It
here.
sounds like you got extra blind.
You don't see this, but the rest of you see she did actually hit something. She hit one of the zombies way in the back.
You got one.
Yes.
The zombie didn't fall, but she did hit it.
About how many zombies does it look like there are?
Since you're a bit closer now, I'll let anyone. Yeah, anyone can roll a perception check to see if they can figure that out.
Oh, I got 2. Which is a 7 in my defense.
26.
At least you can see them.
Yeah. There are, in fact, zombies of an undeterminable amount.
Raph's like, it looks like there's at least 2 or more zombies there.
Are you sure you're still not blind?
Emphasis on or more.
Jax, you're able to determine there's about a group of 20, which is kind of a lot.
Hey,
how
Panook, get out get out that flamethrower. Come on.
Oh, Pinook has plans. Oh, he's a little far right now. So who's going?
Now it's Gregley's turn, who, is going to attack Raph again with his mace. He goes, "Don't worry, guys. I got this." Yeah. Jesus. Okay, Gregley's rolling exceptionally well for someone with very little strength.
Someone has to.
I can't be alone in this. Come on.
Raph, you said your AC went up to a 19, right?
Yes.
He hit again.
Okay.
And this time, he is going to use one of his channel divinities
Oh,
to
boy.
give you the touch of death.
Oh no.
Yeah, that tracks still. So you take another 4 points of bludgeoning mace damage, as he's consistent with those ones. But on top of that, you take an extra. I think it's. Fuck. Hold on, I gotta double check. It's either his level or double his level in necrotic points. Let me double check.
That could be either shitty or really bad. So. Knew I should have healed myself on my turn instead of attacking.
No, we need to attack.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, but I might go down from this.
never mind. It's a lot worse.
Oh boy.
So you take 17 points of necrotic damage on top of the
Good night.
4.
Ouch.
Good night. I'm down.
As he goes, haha, see, I got this, guys. Nothing, no need to worry. And Phenomena responds with a good. Now run. And he will take his move to move 30 feet. Yeah. Top the round. Jax, you're up.
I will go up to Navaroff. I will lay my hand on him in a good way.
First the touch of death, now the touch of life.
The other touch of life, and we'll get he gains 6 hit points back.
Sweet. When did you learn to heal?
I have a force power called Give Life. I give 1 hit. I use 1 of my hit die.
Oh.
And it's a cantrip too, right?
Yes, it is.
And a cantrip that heals. It's pretty good.
It goes up to 8 points per use.
And is that your turn?
It takes up 1 whole action. I moved up, I guess, 30 feet with Squirtle. And that's about it. Squirtle looks at the cleric running and
flips him the bird
Yeah,
because of his unlikable personality.
asshole person.
Dang. What a rude Squirtle. Alright, Phenomenal goes and is like, thank you, you're running now. Let's get. We don't have that kind of time. And you see another wave of the hand, and again, the zombies about face and start shambling away again. As they are now making progress to leave.
So they moved 20 feet.
They've just gone back and
around, moved
forth.
20 feet. Now they turned around and went back 20 feet. They're pretty much where they started.
They are, yeah, they were where they were round 2. So they are 20 feet away from the tavern now. And you now see Zambi's cover just walked away from her.
Get her, Panuk, get her.
And it's Panuk's turn.
So wait, so how far is Zambi, and how far is Phenomena?
From you, I think Phenomenal is still 60 feet.
Okay, so she moved again, in other words, right? I closed 30, but
yeah, she's trying
also
to
moving, right?
she's trying to get everyone out, so she's moving. She's also running. So yeah, she did move 30 feet on her turn after.
Zombie is still
moving
trying
the
to
zombies.
hide in the zombie horde, right?
Right, of which the zombie horde just moved and left her behind.
Okay, so she's how far is she from?
She is currently out in the open, hiding behind nothing.
Well, yeah, within 60 feet-ish?
Yeah.
Okay, Panuk will close then 30. He'll switch pursuits. He'll be screaming Jawai's at the top of his lungs and shooting his blasters. He closes another feet. This time it's Zombia.
Pew pew.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to hit her, but I'm possessed by an uncharacteristic bravery. Yeah, 12 total, so I don't know if I hit. There you go.
A 12 does not hit the Druid of Spores. Although you definitely got our number. So up next is Raph again.
Alright, I'm gonna use upcast heal on myself. 2d8 plus my wisdom, which is 3. Oh, so I heal myself for 11, and then I'm gonna move up 30 feet.
Okay, you were knocked down last time, so okay, it's been half to get up and then half to move, so you only got 15 feet.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're right.
Cool. Alright, Mashami?
Since I hit something last time, I'm just gonna keep shooting.
Yeah? It's working.
I'm in danger.
16?
That's better.
Yeah, roll damage.
Eight.
Nice.
Wow.
Energy damage.
You're just kind of unloading into a crowd at this point that you can't even see. But at this point, you're 50-50 for shots. You actually hit Zambi that time, surprisingly enough.
Did I hit? Did I hit? And I'm gonna move up 10 feet.
And you're not blind anymore.
Oh yeah, you do get a roll again.
I'm gonna use. Can I use luck on saving throws?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use one of my lucks because I'm tired of being blind. No, I enjoy being blind. I really do, guys.
Wow.
Well, you are still hitting, so you know it's all evening out.
That's true. That's true.
And then it's Gregley's go, who will continue to run and also cast a spell. Oh wait, wrong hit die. Alright. He's another 30 feet away. And he cast a spell, but he wasn't an attacking one, so. Top the round, Jax, you're up.
So, what are the distances for everybody? I'm just gonna shoot a zombie with a blaster
Okay.
within 40 feet.
You have been moving up.
I should be eagle with wrath because I attacked. I was within attack range for Gregley. I was within
Yeah.
30 feet of Gregley.
Yeah, the groups are kind of merging. Yeah, you're in range of one.
With a 16-headed zombie
Yeah.
for 8 points of energy damage.
Eight points. Got it.
Squirtle tries to jump at Gregley. I hold him back.
Well, if you're equal with Raph, Gregley is 45 feet away from where Raph is because of the 15 feet thing. So I'll say the zombies are a range of 40 to 50 feet away because there's a lot of them. You know, they are a big group. So,
Yeah, but Squirtle still wants to go after Gregley.
yeah.
And I just put my hand on his shoulder going, "Just wait. Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet."
Okay. Then Phenomeno goes, and so far her entire team is moving, so she doesn't need to do anything too crazy. She's just gonna continue moving 30 feet back. And she's gonna yell out, just let it go, we're leaving, it's fine, we don't have to continue this. We'll even forget about it. Just, you can have the town, whatever. Just leave us be. And she continues 30 feet away. With the zombies. The zombies also move another 20 feet again. Away. And then it's Panuck's go.
So I lose distance, but I feel like Phenomena's just keeping 60 feet from me as I close, and she keeps running away, right?
Yeah.
Gregley's like behind me now or something because he was in combat or something, right? Or am I wrong about that?
You've been running up to. You've been trying to close with Zambi.
Yeah, that was my that's what I was saying last.
Yeah, so actually, I'd say Gregley is within 30 feet of you right now, but also so is Zambi. Because
Zambi's no longer hiding in a pack of zombies, right?
Right. Actually, I forgot to have Zambi go last turn, and that's fine
Okay, go
because
ahead.
that nope,
No,
no, because
Zambi needs to
it
go.
makes sense for her character because she is not bright.
She AFK'd.
She
Her
still thinks
mother,
she's behind a zombie. She
her
alt
mother told
tabbed.
her mother told her to take out the garbage. She's like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I'm playing a game."
pretty much. So you
Was it?
you could theoretically close in with either of them if you wanted,
I
since you've been moving
yeah.
up and
Uh,
keeping
just
pace.
because I'm crazed. I'm a crazed Jawa at this point. I just dropped the blaster. I'll find it later. I pull out my vibro knife. I just like dive for her foot. Like I'm gonna just like try to put the vibro knife right through her
So
leg.
you like baseball slide and try to stab her foot?
Yeah, more. Yeah. It's a Jawa. It's not even. Yeah, it's like a diving foot stab.
I don't know if that's
So
a Jawa tactic. That sounds like a goblin tactic, but hey.
I mean,
Again,
Jawas
I'm
are
gonna-
basically Star Wars goblins.
That's not far off.
Again, I don't know if I'm gonna hit, but it's a 17, so there you go.
Alright, you stab her
Nice.
big toe.
Nice, screaming bloody murder as I go.
You stab her big toe. She looks at you, sees the four of them, the four of you, stabbed down. She also starts screaming. She's like, "What the fuck? What's going on?"
So 9 damage, which is actually my max. That's pretty.
Yeah, that hurt her. That definitely did some damage.
Good.
And then Phenomena looks over and is like, "So close. Why can't you guys just keep running? Just auto run for Pete's sake. Just go." All right, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's everything I did. I mean,
Okay. It's Zambi's turn, and she at this point decides, screw it. First thing that happens is, can you make a con save for me?
yeah. I don't know how mirror image comes into all this, but my save is. It's gonna be 16 plus con, not potential though, right? Unless I've got like a con save proficiency or something.
I don't think you do, so
No. I'm
it's fine.
The con is
basically-
plus 1, so it's 16 plus 1 is 17.
So as you stab her in the foot, she kind of poofs, and some spores come off her, and they make you feel weird for a second, but you shrug it off.
Okay.
And then she pulls out a sword of her own and goes, "Mine's bigger," and she attacks you with it.
All right.
Okay, I don't know why you guys aren't in melee combat, because they seem to roll extremely well when in melee combat.
I'm gonna go for my mirror image roll if it hits me.
She did. Go for it.
Okay, let's see. Yep, 15. It's a mirror image Jawa that looked just like the guy who stabbed her in the foot.
Alright, so she stabs down to try to hit you, and it goes right into the skull, or fake skull, of a mirror image, as that one disappears.
Yeah.
Raph, you're up.
All right. So he's Gregory's still like 45 feet away from me at this point.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna move up my 30 feet, and then I'm gonna cast project to basically chuck my magic missiles at him.
Okay, sounds good.
That's one too many ones that I don't like to see. So that's a 2, 3, and 5 for the 3 missiles.
2, 3, 5. So that's a total of
10.
10.
Should be.
Okay.
That will end my turn.
Okay, so I will say, as you guys keep progressing, Panook and Raph, you are at this point within 15 feet of the zombie horde. Panook, you're within 20 feet of the zombie horde.
Okay.
And anyone else keeping pace, although the zombie horde is moving away currently, they are slow, and you guys are faster, so you are catching up to it. And at some point, it may be an issue. Just putting it out there.
I'm just trying to at least take one of them down before we might have to retreat from the horde.
Okay. So that was Raph's turn. Mashami, it's your turn.
They keep saying I'm hitting stuff. I will move 10 feet forward and I will shoot blindly again.
Okay.
8 plus 6 is 14.
Okay.
We are safe.
Panook, what's your armor class again?
You ask, I get nervous. 14.
Ah. Yeah, roll damage.
Or roll, you mean roll for my mirror image?
You can roll for your mirror image as you've been shot.
Okay. This is an 8 or better now. Oh, well, yep, 19, so another mirror image bites the dust.
Yep. Alright, you hit a Panook, and that Panook is gone.
I don't know that I hit enough.
This is true, you don't. But you hit, technically.
Panook is scared now.
Did I hit? Did I hit?
Aim more to the right.
More to the right. Alright.
Okay, I'm spending another luck. I'm just doomed to be blind forever.
Big rip.
I mean, at least I only have to roll 4 more times.
This is true. This is very true. And, despite your random shots, you haven't been targeted yet. So, you're doing pretty good. Next is Griggly, who is going to call out to his boss and go, "Come on, I think if we just turn, we can take him." And the Phenomenal is like, "No. We can't use them even if we did take them. So no. Let's go." And he will continue his 30 feet. But he is going to shoot another ray. Raph, you keep seeming to try to close with him, so he's going to shoot another ray of sickness at you.
Could I reflect that?
If it hit you, sure, but it
Oh,
doesn't.
okay.
So you don't need to worry about it.
I keep testing the waters with this Saber Reflect. I don't know how many things it could work on, but it seems to be able to pretty good at deflecting most things.
I mean, I don't see why it couldn't reflect certain magic attacks. It might not be able to reflect a fireball because that's an explosion.
Yeah,
But
it would have to be like a specifically targeting me.
yeah, a single target spell. I don't see why it couldn't.
Okay.
Or Blue Dragon's breath weapon.
Which isn't a single target attack.
Yeah.
So that one probably not.
You all saw what happened to Mace Windu when he was trying to reflect lightning. Actually, no, he did pretty well, but he got tossed out the window, so there's that.
Yeah. All right, Jax, you're up.
How far away is Greglina?
From you, 45 feet. 'Cause you haven't. Oh no, he moved again, so he was 45 feet. Because you're catching up with Raph. Raph just moved up. And then he moved another 30. So he's 45 feet from Raph now. You haven't moved up yet, so he'd be 75 feet. Or, well,
I'll move
70
back to
feet.
Raph, and I'll target another zombie. I'll try to target the same zombie.
Okay.
The 16 hit
Yep.
for 6 damage. I'm sorry. For 8 damage.
Okay. You have not seemed to have taken down a zombie yet, but it's kind of hard to tell which ones you are aiming at, for the horde itself is very wiggly and constantly shifting as it's moving. But you are hitting them. That's easy enough to do. And then Phenomenal again this turn. Again, she pleads to just let it go. All they need are the bodies. Anything else you can have, just really don't want to have to sit here and fight. But you keep pushing us. I guess we'll have to. Last warning. And she waits for a response, and then Panook goes.
Panook is a little nervous at this point. So actually, Panook doesn't really want to keep up the fight. He actually wants to disengage and back off like 30 feet. Mostly because now he's getting attacked by his blind friend as well.
Yeah. I mean, it had to happen at least once.
Yeah, he's only got one more image of that. So 2 Jawas make a run for it a little bit.
Okay, well, you do disengage, so
Yeah.
you can do so safely.
Alright. I'll go back towards my companions who don't swing swords at me.
And as you do, you actually kind of hear a sigh of disappointment from Zambi, who wanted to stab you again.
I'll point my finger at her like, you! As I retreat though.
Alright. Yep, sounds good. Anything else? Any bonus actions? Any...
Can I just defend or dodge or whatever that is in case there's an attack?
Not as a bonus action unless you were rogue.
No.
But, alright, fair enough. You're sitting pretty away from the fight right now.
Yeah.
Alright. Zambies go, and instead of chasing you, she will fall back in line with the zombie horde. As she attempts to disappear again within the mass. And this time she thinks, if I can't hide behind them, I'll hide on top of them. So she's now piggybacking one of the random zombies.
Makes sense.
Yep. That is a stealth check of a 4. So you guys can very obviously see her. Raph?
How far away is she from us?
She is currently in... Zambi is in the zombie horde. And the zombie horde from you is about 40 feet away. now because they moved another 20 feet away. So she's about 40 feet from you specifically.
Okay. And Gregley is what? Still like 15 feet or something, or he moved, right?
If you move, well, he's 45 feet away from you because he moved 30 last time, and you lost 15 feet when you went down.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Okay. Here's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna target Zambi with a force pull, and I'm going to force pull her towards me through the zombie horde, particularly the one that she's piggybacking on. So she's got to make a strength save.
Okay. I am going to say, just because thematically, she's going to make the save at advantage because she's holding on pretty tightly to that zombie.
Okay, fair enough.
But that doesn't mean she has a very high strength, so. What's the DC?
I believe it's 13.
Okay, she fails still.
Okay. So her and the zombie that I pull her through take 1 point of force damage. Does it add anything, or is it just?
Probably not. None of the force powers really add.
It's a cantrip, yeah. So it's just 1 point.
So as you prod her off her zombie ride, she yells, "No!" and she falls and lands on another zombie.
She is 5 feet closer to me, and I will move up my 30 feet as well.
Okay. So she's now about 10 feet from you.
Yes.
Or actually, she was 40, so she's about 5 feet from you, but not combat. You know, the 5 space in between.
Yeah. I gotcha. Okay. That's it for me.
Okay, Mashami.
Are we winning? And I'll move 10
I
feet,
don't know.
10 feet forward, and I will shoot again. To the right. Like I was instructed. You know, I'm gonna spend my last luck on that nat 1 that I rolled.
Ah. Makes sense.
So it turned into a natural 20, but I only rolled a 5.
Okay, so that one goes wide.
That is not what I meant to write. 5 plus 6 is 11.
That one goes wide. But at least your gun didn't implode. Or in this case, jam, which is the Star Wars equivalent of bowstring breaking for a turn. So, yay.
Does a 13 work?
To be unblind?
Yes.
You know what? I'll give it to you. Just because I think even though it's not concentration at this point, Zambi probably would have dropped it regardless. So we'll just say you're unblind.
Yay!
So you can now see the battlefield. And you are far. You're like 90 feet from everything because you've only been walking up 10 feet each time. You've been like Terminator style, just popping shots. Just slow walking towards them, popping shots.
I wanted it to look cool, but you know, I don't know where I'm walking either, so...
I mean, it definitely did look cool, except the magic shades blocking out your vision added to it, but also subtracted from your accuracy. So, you definitely had that Terminator walk just popping. But, alright.
So what happened? I'm sorry.
Vashami is unblind, but missed.
Yay!
I can stop hitting you guys.
Next is Gregory, who is, at this point, just gonna double move. Because he's gonna just... He's just gonna go for it. Boss doesn't want to fight, so he's not fighting. And now he's 60 feet further away than he was before. Top of the round. Checks.
Where's Zombie?
Zambi is probably 50 feet from you. Because Raph moved up again, but pulled her towards him. So, about 50 feet away, I think.
Alright, Squirtle and I will move up 10 feet. And Squirtle will use water gun on her. Does 16 hit?
Yep.
8 points of water damage.
Ouch. It's Phenomenos's turn, and again she calls out, so I'm taking that as a no.
Taking what as a what?
Taking the fact that you're still fighting.
Phenomenal doesn't want to fight, and we're still fighting.
Yeah. As no, you won't stop. Even though at this point, the Horde of Zombies is 60-ish feet away from the tavern, so anyone still inside is probably fine.
Alright, we'll stop.
I finally got unblinded.
Lying to her. We'll stop.
I guess make a deception check.
Ooh, that's an 18.
18 plus anything?
I mean, that's 16 plus 2.
Ah. Why does she have... Why did I give her proficiency in insight? What? Okay. Nah, she, I guess, believes you. Despite her random +5 to insight. But regardless, she still double time moves the zombies and moves her 60 and 40 feet away, respectively. And then Spinook.
You guys confuse me here. Chinook can't even tell if you're lying or not. I think at this point, Chinook will, not knowing really what to do, he'll move 30 feet, but like perpendicularly to Zambi and the rest of them, just to get out of the way of everyone with his one left mirror image, and he'll just sort of like, I don't know how tall the grass is in the field or anything like that, like if it's mowed or not, or if it's like a fantasy grass, you know.
In the middle of the hamlet, it's short, but as the further you go out, it starts becoming like wheat and much taller. But
how about this? He'll look for the nearest thing within 30 feet to try to hide behind.
okay, you actually kind of start looping around the tavern, and you're able to take cover behind the building.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to keep an eye on things. He's not going...
Yeah, no, you're not fully behind. You're like at the corner, so you can still peek
he's
out.
keeping two little yellow Jawa eyes in his hood out to keep an eye on things.
Yep, makes sense. All right. Zambi is going to double move as well, since nothing's actually. Raph, you don't have reach, do you?
No.
All right. So
Fortunately.
she double moves. And then Raph, it's your go.
I don't like this. I'm gonna hold my action. Or, all right. I guess I'll just pop a heal on myself to at least get that.
That's fair.
So I heal 7.
Okay. Shami?
I can see. I'm gonna run 30 feet up now that I know that I won't trip on a rock.
All right. I'll say for the most part, you're able to reconvene with the party, but you're still a bit behind.
Okay, and then I will just I'll take a shot at Gregley.
Poor Gregley. All right.
There we go. I like non-disadvantage. 18 plus 6, 24.
Yeah, that hits.
So then I can use a superiority die since I hit 2. Nope, that's not it. I don't know. Sorry, it's distracting strike. It's a maneuver. When I hit a creature with a weapon attack, I can expend 1 superiority die to distract the creature, giving your allies an opening. So I add my d4 to my attack damage roll, and the next attack has advantage before my next turn.
All right.
For 13 points of damage.
Jeez. Okay. That hurts.
I can see. I can fight.
Top of the round. Nope, it's Gregley's turn. Who is going to move 30 feet and cast another spell.
Who's doing this? Gregory?
Yup. Top of the round. Jax. What are you doing?
What kind of spell did he just cast?
Probably a heal.
Probably.
How far away is he?
From the double move last time, like 90 feet.
Okay, and Zambi?
Also double moved, and she was 40, 50 originally, but you moved up, so 80.
And where's the horde?
They also double moved, so they're about 50, because they were about 10 feet originally, so.
I'll holster my pistol. I'll pull out my light foil. Activate it. And go, that's right. Necromancers better run.
Phenomenal responds, yep, that's what we're doing. No shame in it. And they keep going.
That's all I do.
Alright. So at this point, are you guys going to continue to chase?
Well, I mean, I guess I'm gonna hold off because at this point it's just getting silly.
Yeah.
I will continue to take pot shots as they get farther away.
You're making sure they keep running, right?
Alright, fair enough. I'll say if you guys aren't going to keep chase but do still make a couple pot shots, you're able to, at the very least, take out a zombie in the horde. Hey, you got
For good
one.
measure- For good measure, I'll force push. What's her name, Zambi, one more time.
Sure.
It's like, yeah, get out of here.
She passes that time.
Okay. She just spills a punch then.
Pinnacle just shake his fist and yell something weird sounding and jolly.
Okay, so yeah, you see the three run off into the forest somewhere and the horde slowly following them. You could theoretically follow where they're going because you assume the horde is going that way too, and just they are a fair bit slower.
Yeah. Chances are that we could easily track them. Like, a horde of zombies isn't something that you lose in the forest.
Yeah, this is true. A horde of zombies isn't something you can lose even when slowly walking behind them, because you can also do that. So, but they fully make the intent to disengage and leave.
So are we meandering after them?
That's my vote, at least. I don't know about you, the rest of you guys.
I'll go with the majority. But Pinnacle will go find and pick up his blaster from wherever he dropped it in the meantime.
Well, I think we kind of need to lick our
And then,
wounds here.
and once it happens, Pinocchio will walk up to Mashami, say something incomprehensible in Jawaese, and then he'll just like shake his hand in front of her eyes.
Oh, is that how they greet a new member?
I have no idea. Like I said, I stopped asking questions.
Finally, Pinocchio stomps his feet and kind of storms off.
He looks excited.
He always is. Jax, you were gonna say something?
So I think we need to stop here and lick our wounds.
I mean,
Then is not going to serve us do anything.
I am actually 100% okay. I was just a little blind that fight.
yeah, I mean, I took some damage, but I'm okay now, and I
You
didn't.
went
use
down
up all-
again.
What's that?
You went down again.
Yeah, but now, like, I managed to heal myself almost to full, and I barely used any of my force powers, so.
I just think that if we chase after them, they're going to turn that horde on us. And
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a possibility. If we're gonna go after them, we should definitely be stealthy about it this time. You know, they think that we're letting them leave. They're probably gonna be on the lookout, so it's not gonna be easy to sneak up on them, but
we could, we could maybe disguise ourselves as zombies and join the horde.
Or if you don't want to get that close, maybe if they're in the forest somewhere, we could maybe like climb a tree or something and just take shots at them from there.
But we got to know where they're going in order to ambush them that way.
I'm a pretty decent tracker, so if we do give them a head start, I can probably easily pick up their trail to at least find out where they're going.
Of which that head start is in the process of happening.
Exactly.
As they have not stopped. They continue. You guys stop to have this conversation.
You guys want to chase after them? Let's go.
Yeah, I at least want to see where they're headed. Not necessarily engage them, but if we do get the opportunity to ambush them, we should, I think.
That sounds fun.
So I'll lead, I guess, and I'll make my survival check to try and track them down.
Yeah, make a survival check. It's gonna be pretty low because it's not like it's hard to find a large group of zombies.
I got a 21. So.
Yeah, so they did get a bit of distance while you're having this conversation, but you pick up your pace and it takes a couple, maybe like 2 minutes, and you're able to reach back up with the horde, of which the other 3 have seemingly just gone off, but the horde's still going in a direction. So at this point, you could very easily just follow the horde.
Yeah, just gonna follow at a safe distance.
All right. So you guys follow the horde about 30 feet behind them because, if they try to turn around and attack you, or we'll say 50 feet. That way, they have to double move to get even kind of close to you. And 50 feet, they're still well within eyesight. So, easily enough, you're within safe distance. It's about a 10-minute walk until the zombies, after seemingly looping around the forest a bit, you come to this other clearing deeper in the forest where you see the 3 again kind of waiting somewhat impatiently as the horde continues to meet up with them. And then you guys hear what sounds like a ship approaching, and you look up, and sure enough, you see one of those Star Wars Imperial troop carrier ships approaching from space.
Huh. Didn't see that coming.
After about another minute or so, it actually lands within the clearing, and you see they start to load the zombies onto the ship. You guys want to do anything?
Should we try to make a stealth check to make sure we're not spotted? For now, I guess.
Well, you've been around for a full minute, and it doesn't seem like they noticed you. So,
Okay. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, at this point, they most definitely have backup if we go in to attack them. So
Yeah, we probably should have taken out the horde on the way here. Now that I think about it.
hindsight. I say we wait around and we'll see what happens. If they stay behind and don't get on the ship when it leaves, then that would be like the perfect opportunity to strike. But if they get on the ship, then there's no point in trying to chase after them. If they're gone at that point. There's not really much else we can do at this point.
I'll say make a perception check to see if maybe you guys can hear what they're saying.
Each of us?
Yeah, anyone who wants to.
Yeah.
I got a 19.
Okay. So yeah, all but Mashami are able to hear them clearly. So as the ship lands and they start piling the zombies on, you hear Phenomenal actually kind of counting out loud to see how many they have. They go up to 19, realizing there's only 19, and you hear a solid, "Damn it." Of course, they had to fucking get one. Frustrating. Okay. We got about 19 of them, though. That's not terrible. We should probably make it out of here before the fucking paladins come. Are we ready to go? Do we have enough fuel? And you hear a different voice from the three, a bit more muffled, be like, "Yeah, just hop in. We can get out of here. The paladins shouldn't be chasing us, but you never know." They're like, "Okay, yeah, we got room, right? Yep, yeah. 3 extra seats. Yep, cool. All right, let's go." And they pile in and they start to take off. And as they are taking off, you guys see another ship enter the atmosphere.
I was gonna say, to be a dick, could I try to force pull one of the zombies off the ship?
I would say at that point you can hear them because they're yelling at each other, but you probably wouldn't be close enough to force pull them. Unless what's the range on force pull?
Let me double check that. I don't think it's very far. 60 feet.
Yeah, no, not quite.
Alright.
But yeah, you see this other ship come in, and this other ship, it's very shiny. It's very gold. It's very gaudy looking.
Very paladin-like.
Very paladin-like. And the Imperial ship takes off full speed, and that ship starts chasing after them, trying to shoot at them actually, but missing, and then they both leave the atmosphere as they fly away, go into hyperspace. Dip.
Oh well. That was disappointing.
It was. I was so looking forward to it.
Well, now we could try them again next turn.
So these guys are, you've encountered them before, I guess, huh, Jax?
Yeah, once before. We had one of our quest items and Uberman just took it back.
Were they always trying to make zombie hordes?
Yep.
I don't like it.
Yep.
I wonder why.
They have some kind of arena thing that they're doing. I don't know.
Huh.
Alright, so what are we doing now? Head back to the town and see if there's any way we can salvage what's going on there, or
We could try, sure. We could help them out.
see who's left.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you head back to where the town is, which in itself isn't hard to find because there's still, for the most part, a fire going. But by the time you get back there, you actually notice that a group of the soldiers that you met at the Strato Rift Watch, where you did the fight with the demons, have actually arrived and are helping the town. They are getting a fire brigade going to put out the fires. They're making sure the survivors are okay, of which there are a handful who managed to blockade themselves up in the tavern while the attack was going on, and you could still lend a hand if you want, but it seems like it's under control.
See, where were they 5 minutes ago? Come on.
Well, the timeline does kind of track. Assuming they saw the fire when you saw the fire, it did take them about 30 minutes to get there, which is about as long as you expect them based on how long it took you to get to the watch itself. So,
Should have just used a Hearthstone. Come on.
yeah, maybe. So what do you guys want to do now?
So, are you guys doing anything else?
Snook shrugs and points his toe in the dirt and grinds the dirt with his toe.
Well, we do have this event coming up. Did you see anything about this X-Crawl thing?
Oh yeah, I've heard about it. I haven't been able to find a group though. It's been kind of hard.
Well, we're a short one, so you want to join with us?
Sure. I mean, I am better than what I've shown. I promise.
I mean, even blind, you managed to take out a couple of things, so get a couple of good clean shots out. So I assume not blind, you do a lot better.
Yes, I'm definitely better up front.
Yeah, I like her.
Snook nods and he puts his two fists in the air and puts them down. Perhaps an over-exaggerated acceptance.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, and I guess with that, the new party is formed. A new group of 4. And as far as that mysterious unit of time as to when the event is happening, unless there's anything else you guys want to do specifically before that happens.
I'd like to take a rest and heal up.
Well,
We have a lot
yeah.
of money. We have, I mean, those of us who actually have a lot of money, I don't even know. If somebody needs something and doesn't have money for it, let Nick know, because burning is a hole in his purple John logo.
Well, we need to charge up the weapons, heal up a little bit.
Yeah, that's all stuff you'd definitely be able to do. Because unless there's a specific adventure you guys want to go on, I'm gonna say those 3 time units were actually 3 days. That way it's convenient and not weird.
Sounds good.
Can we find out any information about the X crawl?
Like more so than what's on like the pamphlet about it.
Like, have there been other X crawls? What to expect? What how should we prepare?
Yeah, sure.
Bring
I'll say roll investigation as
that 20.
all right. We'll I'll presume you guys.
23.
Okay, I'll presume you guys, after either resting at the town or in general, make your way back to World Origin eventually, and decide to spend your time before the event to try to find out more about the event.
I wonder if I can. Is there like a marketplace where I can potentially purchase some higher ranking items?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, World Origin has just about anything you could want in that regard, as long as you have the money for it. Although magic items are, of course, a lot more expensive than mundane items. So, but coming back to the investigation, you know that the theme coming up to this X crawl is, of course, basically Halloween themed in terms of spooky ghosts. You do know that other X crawls like this have happened, where they are event specific. There's usually one for each holiday, as well as a couple other for other special occasions. On top of that, there's also an X Crawl League, which is separate but similar concept. Usually smaller dungeons, but a lot more competitive. Where these event ones are more broader and longer, and more of a time trial than head to head, what the other ones are. For the most part, to prepare, it's just recommended to make sure you go in with an amount of healing items you're comfortable with and can afford, and to make sure your weapons, just basically make sure you're stocked up. For the most part, food and stuff isn't really needed, as it doesn't take that long to complete these things, usually. But other than that, there's not too much else specific. No one knows exactly what's going to be in this upcoming one, because that would be unfair. So you can't find any specific information out there. But you're able to tell that it will be a somewhat lengthy dungeon, and to just prepare for prepare for the long haul is what you get.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely need to do some shopping then.
Yep. Do some shopping then.
Okay. So again, in World Origin, you guys can find a whole slew of items galore. So much so that finding any one specific item might, at the very least, give you some sort of guidance to know what you're looking for before you go looking. So, if you guys have any ideas of what kind of items you want to look for, I can potentially get some prepared for you.
Did we decide on any vehicles ever?
You haven't yet. You haven't bought any because you haven't decided to go into the waste, which was where you wanted to bring them. But you could go vehicle shopping if you wanted to. You're not quite sure if a vehicle will be needed in a dungeon, but it could be nice to have.
No, I'm just asking.
Raph, you said you wanted upgraded weapons, or what'd you say before?
I'm looking at like the enhanced items on the Star Wars 5e site because I'm still like I'm out of my element. I'm more used to D&D.
I think the enhanced items are basically the tech equivalent of magic items.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of scrolling through that to see what would be useful. So come back to me later. I'll figure it out eventually, or not. I don't know.
I mean, for the most part, because they're all also extra items that I have lists of. So if you give me an idea of an item, like a description of what you want an item to be, I might be able to come up with an item for you to buy. So like if you're like, oh, I want, something that could, improve my spell casting, I could be like, okay, what items do that? And I can give you a list of those.
I think at this point the issue I'm having is with my health. Like I'm decent at melee damage. I'm decent at spell casting, and my armor class. I mean, base is an 18, and I can usually modify it to increase that. So
I'll say since
my
it's
problem
getting
is,
since it's getting a bit late, I'll say for everyone to, I guess, now be your homework. Come up with ideas of what kind of items you might want. You don't have to tell me specifics. Just tell me what you want done, and
That's a good
I'll
idea.
try to come up and find items for you to potentially buy.
Yeah.
And that's where we'll end it. As next session will be preparation to the X crawl, and then the X crawl itself.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
Well, hope you had fun there,
That's the
Rebecca.
cheeses.
Yeah, the that fight was a bit weird, but it was meant to set up those characters as more or less a potentially reoccurring villain group. Quotes over villain, because they aren't necessarily. So, yeah, the point was they were gonna run, and I understand that's a little frustrating, but I hope you guys had fun regardless.
yeah, it was all right.
Yes. Except for my rolls, which suck.
I mean, your checks may have sucked, but your attack rolls were pretty on point.
Well, that's because I have a +6 to attack.
That's fair. That's fair. That'll do it. That'll do it.
Then you were rolling 18s and stuff like that too.
But not on the check that mattered. No, they all mattered. All good.
All right. Well, thanks for playing, everyone. And
So the next
we
game,
do end stream.
we'll try to do it again next Thursday night.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm there.
I will text slash message everybody. If you have an issue, just let me know. Because like we can play with 3 people. I don't know about the X crawl with 3 people. I don't think we'll start that unless we have a full complement.
I mean, I'll say if we don't have 4 people, I'll try to delay it. But we could start it without 4, and we'll just say the 4th was there all along. So when it comes back, I mean, like, immersion in this game is very lax. It's supposed to be a video game. Join in, the concept of, join in, join out, play, hop in, hop out, that stuff. So,
Like a true MMO.
yeah.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna hop. So it was fun. I'll catch you guys next week.
Okay, take care, get there.
Take
Take
Good
care.
night.
All right.
Alright, I'm gonna head out as well. You guys have a good night.
Actually, Raph, before you